What's up, Homestead homies? It's Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. I'm Doug.
I'm Stacy.
And we are leaving the off-grid lifestyle behind. Here we go. Did you miss us? Group hug.
We missed you.
There's your big hug. We're back. So we had to take a vacation away from the off-grid homestead. We're dropping off this video here just to kind of touch base with you guys, let you know we're back to normal. Well, not really. I mean, we're still a little...
We're recuperating from the lost
She's
drive.
got droopy eyes, yeah. It's 2,200 miles round trip, and we knocked it out, pretty quick. I mean, we drove down in one day, drove back in one day, and then the whole time we were there, it was rush, rush, rush. So what we did was we left our off-grid homestead, we went through Oklahoma, then we went through Texas, and we ended up in San Antonio next to some great big cowboy boots. So our son is in the Air Force. Some of you might know that our other son is in the Marines. So we planned on getting down there. I was going to do like a daily type deal every day showing you guys what was up, but it didn't work out. It's just too much. It's too go, go, go. Then you're staying up late because you're visiting. And you're tired, and then if I had to edit and this and that, it just wouldn't have worked out. So I just decided, we would get back here, we would drop this video off, get you guys caught up on what's going on, and then we'll resume our regularly scheduled programming. San Antonio has over 1 million people. Dallas has over 1 million people. It was 2 million people.
A lot of people.
Crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Even St. Louis is our biggest city by us, and it has 300,000. So it was a lot of people. And I've been to Dallas and Houston and San Antonio tons of times when I was in my youth growing up. I've told my story many times. I was in a traveling sales gig. So we would go to those cities all the time. And I'm telling you, there are cranes in the sky. There are jobs in Texas.
Yeah, and the road systems, the highway systems were beautiful. I've never seen highway systems so beautiful. Right. The growth was just, I couldn't believe it.
Buildings going up. The downtown Dallas and San Antonio have grown. Buildings.
Yep.
So they're doing something right down there. Kudos to them. So we had a great time. We visited with our son. He graduated from the Air Force. Now he's an airman, and he's got his... job or duty, and we don't really talk about it much. It's kind of special, but here's a picture of them when they were on the field. First they ran, they did a like a run lap around, but it was the first time we'd seen them in 7 weeks. And that's just a short clip, but then they came out in their camouflage. They did some group stuff. And while they were doing that, 6 female recruits passed out from dehydration. It was the craziest thing. One was right by me. Well, all 6 of them were right here along the side where I could see them. Stacy was in another location with my mom and my cousin, and the one did a face plant just like this. Bam! And I was like, wow. I figured she'd have her teeth blown out, a busted nose, at least a big gouge in her chin. They say she got out of it pretty good with just a
were able to graduate the next day.
Yeah, she graduated the next day. I was like, whoa. But some other girl went down.
That's why, guys, I talk about water. It's so important.
Hydrate.
Half your body weight in ounces of water every day.
And they teach them that stuff. So if they don't follow that stuff, there are consequences for it. And not only did they pass out and probably they're sore and got some bodily injury, but they'll get in trouble as well because they're supposed to stay hydrated. So. That was the memorable thing because it was just so crazy to see that they were just boom, boom. And then one of the female officers came up to the one girl because she was like, whispered to her basically, "Are you okay?" And she was trying to stay in there. She was like, "Yes, I'm okay." And then she asked her something else, And then next thing you know, she grabbed her and took her out of the formation and off to the side and wherever they took her to after that. So, but her son graduated, everything.
Hometown to Tehachapi, California. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 10, Fingston Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Joshua Schaefer, hometown Tulare, California. From the 322nd Training Squadron.
He's cool. He's got his little gig going on now. We went to. Well, first off, how was the travel? It was 2,200 miles door to door from our house to there.
Yeah, a lot of driving. Yeah, it was weird. You know, we're so conditioned out here, you know, not having the air conditioning and all that. And you know, when you are going into town, or everything's climate controlled. I mean, if you're uncomfortable the least bit, you know, go into the air conditioning. I mean, there was air conditioning everywhere. It was freezing. I was cold all the time. I had hoodies, sweatshirts. I mean, even with a hoodie, long pants, I hadn't had like, you know, sweatpants and all that. I haven't worn them forever. And then I had socks on, and I had, you know, sweatshirt, long sleeve shirts, and I was still cold. I told him, I did it. I said, I should have brought my scarf with me. I did. I wish I would have brought it, and then I would have been a little more cozy. But it was cold in the car driving. You have the air conditioning on. Every restaurant you go into, air conditioning. Yeah. You go hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. And then this is the other thing. Because we drink all of our stuff room temperature pretty much.
Yeah, everything's ice, cold.
And then we had brought a cooler with our stuff, so we had our drinks in there, and I couldn't even drink. We
had to set them out, yeah.
Because if you drink ice cold drinks with your food, it's not good for digestion, because it's sort of like your food putrefies in your stomach, because it's your body temperature, you know, 98 degrees, and then got cold water and your food's going in there, and then it takes harder to digest, and then you might get gas and bloating. So it's like a vicious cycle. So it was kind of crazy because, you know, we're used to all this, and then we go and...
Not to mention that we brought a cooler, we had our kombuchas, we had our salad, we had all the stuff we tried to bring from the farm, because when you go out, you're at the mercy of, you know, the food business.
Whatever food, because, you know, you think you're going to go to this nice restaurant or go here, there, but if you're in the middle of Podunk, who knows where, you know, you might have to end up with something else.
If you're not, I mean, you can't afford nice restaurants all the time. We went to one with the kid, which was phenomenal. It was this Brazilian restaurant in downtown San Antonio. Many of you probably know it, but it was, I mean, so good. Actually, it was so good, and their silverware was so awesome. I got brought the manager over to the table, and I gave him this big story, and I got him to give us a set of knife and a fork from the restaurant, because they were like so nice. And then on the fork and knife, there's actually like 2 horses and a little barn. And so it was really cool. So I talked about it. Nobody could believe I got them, but I got them.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
Really good, really good. Lamb, beef, chicken, filet mignon, and they come by and they like cut a piece off, and then you take it right there, and then you have this little medallion that it's green if you want more meat, and you flip it over to red if you don't. And then they have a huge like salad bar with all fresh cheeses, lettuces, tomatoes, tomato with basil, tomato with feta, tomato, all
good marinades,
asparagus.
Yeah, everything was really
the pea
good.
soup was really good. Yeah. Just phenomenal. Just like one of the better meals we've had.
Okay, guys. He ate so much. Nobody could believe it. He kept eating more and more and more. We couldn't believe you ate a lot.
I know, but it was good. And I'm a big boy. So yeah, I out-ate the whole table, sure. And but that was really good.
Okay, so
what?
No,
go ahead.
No, I was going to talk about like the real reason of this video is because
we're not there yet. We're still talking about our trip.
Okay.
So then on the way back, we stopped in Waco because there's a place there called Magnolia. I don't know if you guys have watched Chip and Joanna Gaines. They run the thing called Fixer Upper. It's a show. And Stacy wanted to go by there.
And we went past right through it. It's right off the highway going down there. So it was like, you know, not even a mile off the highway.
We wanted to check out the silo place and see how that was. and she just loved it.
Oh, pretty neat place.
Yeah, it was really cool.
If you guys are going on a road trip, it's definitely worthwhile to go check that out. It's, like a wonderful bakery and, knickknacks and good ideas.
25,000 people a week come and visit that place. I'm like, wow. I said, we have 25,000 people that come and visit us every week, but they're just on the internet.
Yeah, but we have, but I got a lot of really good ideas that I'm going to do around the barn. So I got some great, decorating, things how you can do with landscaping.
I talked to people that were from Puerto Rico, Costa Rica. I mean, they come to Texas, but they make sure that this is part of their adventure, So that was kind of crazy. Let's see, what else? Come on, no dead time.
Ooh, I don't know.
We walked around the river walk. That was pretty cool. I mean, it was just a good little family time. We just hung out. We had ice cream, all that stuff. We went to the Alamo. That was a picture of some reenactment people that were doing a gig there. We shot a video there, but I wasn't happy with it, so I didn't even bother with it. But we were going to try to do videos, but we just, I just couldn't do it because it was too much. We were trying to visit. We haven't seen our son in 7 weeks. And then by the time we got to the hotel, and then I would have had to edit it and upload it and then wake up the next morning and I would have been zombie central. So it just didn't work out. So we're going to get you guys caught up. We're dropping off this video now and showed you some of the snippets of our trip to San Antonio. But one of the kind of more fun things is while we were gone on grid, we had an on grid family come off grid and stayed at our location for the whole time we were gone. A family of 7, 5 kids, 2 adults, never lived off grid before, and we got a ton of footage from them. I'm going to be working on the footage and getting you guys up these videos. They had the best time. They can totally see the value in living off grid and homesteading with the animals and their kids. I mean, just the best time.
So that's something that they're wanting to work toward now.
And we hear this story all the time that when they're in the city and they have their, whatever, you still have a house and you have a yard, but the kids are on top of each other. They're always fighting, the video games, fighting, a lot of tension. She said out here they did not fight at all. They were out all of the time having fun.
Having a great time.
When they came in, it was like bam, they went to bed, fresh air, tired. And every day this was the routine. They swam, they fished, they played with the animals, they went to county fairs. I mean, they did tons of good fun stuff. So I'm gonna get their footage all together for you guys. We're gonna
so it should be interesting because we haven't seen it all yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. We have technical difficulties that we're gonna take care of, and then I'm gonna start posting those videos so you guys can see if you're thinking about it, how it works out. So that's one of the main things.
You guys, this should be phenomenal.
It should be really good.
Yeah, because
we're really
I heard a lot
of
the stories and it should be great.
Yeah, and we asked them every day. We were kind of asking them questions so they can make videos around those questions. So, but that's it. So we're back home. Everything's gonna move forward from here. We got something in September. We'll keep you guys informed on that if it works out. The first couple days of September, which that's pretty exciting. So we're keeping it tight-lipped right now, but we got some really cool giveaways coming. So stay tuned for that, and we're just gonna start ramping up more videos and getting them out to you guys. And we thank you guys for hanging in there, for watching our videos, for staying with us, and for being our homestead homies.
Yes, our homies.
So don't forget to follow us on Instagram. If you follow us on Instagram and Twitter, you might have seen some of these already because we were posting there pretty regularly while we were gone. Otherwise, just keep sticking with us here on the YouTube videos. Anything else?
Yeah. No, just thanks, guys.
She got a hat from the Magnolia place. She got a little Texas hat now. So she got some more hats.
A lovely lady.
Because you guys love our hats.
Yeah. Love
All
my
right.
hat.
So this is Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. I'm Doug.
I'm Stacy.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
See you guys. Salad. One of our neighbors has some peach trees, and I really wanted to incorporate some peach